Hey friends, a new flanker to the Lattafa Asad has recently dropped, and guess what? It's once again an elixir. It seems like we can't have too many elixirs, right? Now I have been testing this fragrance for around 15 days now, so I would like to think that I have a good feel about how this perfume performs and of course how this fragrance smells. You will not find this fragrance in my recent video where I have discussed about 33 best fragrances that you could buy this year, and all in the affordable category. I had not tested this fragrance thoroughly, while I was working on my previous video, and whether this fragrance would have made into the list or not, that's a discussion for some other day. For now, let's get this video started. Well, moving on to the presentation and packaging, at first glance it might seem everything is perfect, but there are some minor flaws which needs to be addressed. Well, the outer covering is totally fine, it looks nice, it comes in a matte black bottle, and there is sort of a 3D pattern on the front which is standard on all the Asad bottles. The same logo wraps around the corner, and I will give it to Lattafa, it does give it a unique look. There is the hologram for the authenticity of the product and some regular information that you will find with all the fragrances out there. At top of the box you will see the Lattafa logo, and that's it for the outer box. Well, I am not reviewing the Asad Bourbon, but here you can see the bottle and the box design is pretty much the same. But yes, the colorway is going to be different. If I remember correctly, I have tried all the Asad fragrances except the blue one. It has got mixed reviews on the internet. Currently I am not able to remember the name on top of my head, but if any of you have tried that one, do let me know whether it's interesting or not. As we take a closer look at the bottle, you can see some scuff marks on the glossy part. Either the paint isn't robust or there is a problem with the packaging, because this is not the first time I have experienced with the Asad bottles. In fact, the very same issue has been present with the previous Asad bottles as well. I would have given it the benefit of doubt if it would have been an issue with just one bottle. Rest of the bottle design is pretty nice, and on top of the cap, it has a glossy black finish instead of matte black as rest of the bottle does. It has a very understated and stealthy look. Also, one more thing, the prices of Asad has gone up in last few months. Earlier you could have easily found an Asad bottle for under 1500 rupees, but that's not the case anymore. In fact, the price increase highlights these glaring issues even more. Now let me show you the same issues with the bourbon bottle as well. It's not as scuffed up as the elixir one, but you can still easily notice it. Either they can improve the paint job or they could simply improve the protection in the packaging. Generally, I don't see these kind of problems with Lattafa fragrances, and there you go, there it is. I felt like this is something you should know. For rest of the bottle I don't have any issues, just the same bottle with different colorway. Now let's take a quick look at the atomizer as well. All the previous Asad fragrances had decent atomizers, but never a pressurized one. This one is no different either. The sprays are not very wide. In fact, they are very targeted and narrow. This is also an area where they could improve a bit. So as far as the presentation and packaging is concerned, I would give this one a 7 out of 10. While there are no major issues, there is certainly room for improvement. But what about the smell? It's the most important part. Thankfully, the Asad Elixir excels in this part. This perfume actually opens up quite fresh. It's earthy, it's woody, and not quite sweet right from the opening. There are a lot of spices right from the opening, but the thing is, it is difficult to pinpoint each of these spices. What I am certainly getting is hint of pepper and just a very tiny amount of saffron. What's more prominent in this fragrance, it is the tobacco and woodiness. After the initial freshness, it becomes very earthy and woody in nature, and it goes into the dark direction. Also, when I spray it on my clothes, I get just a little bit of alcohol blast. It fades away pretty much quickly, but it is there for the first few seconds. Once the initial freshness goes away though, it develops into an amber and resinous smell. This perfume also has some sweetness, but just don't expect it to be gourmand sweet. There is very light hint of vanilla, which almost feels like it is present on the edge of this perfume. A touch of resinous frankincense smell gives the smell a depth and complexity. This specific fragrance reminds me of the Hugo Boss bottled Absolute, but there are a lot of differences here. There is no freshness in the Hugo Boss bottled Absolute. Also, the Absolute feels much more richer, sweet, very earthy and chocolatey, and lot of frankincense is present, and that is also smoky in nature. This one on the other hand has no smokiness, it is lot less sweeter, and the tobacco and woodiness is much more prominent here. In fact, you can easily differentiate these two fragrances. The Asad Elixir feels much more mainstream, and it is much more easier to wear compared to the Hugo Boss bottle Absolute. It feels like as if they took away some sweetness, also dialed down the resinous aspect of this fragrance, added some tobacco and a bit of freshness at the top. In fact, the Asad Elixir feels a lot more versatile in my opinion. Even though it smells very different, I really enjoy this one. At least it's not another vanilla or honey based fragrance. In fact, it is earthy, woody with little touch of tobacco with very light hint of resinous sweetness. For the 1800 rupees market, it's certainly very interesting fragrance. I would even say the Asad Elixir is the best Asad fragrance I have tried till today. No doubt the Asad Bourbon was very good, but in 2025 there are a lot of fragrances that smell like Asad Bourbon. In terms of seasonality, I would say you can rock this fragrance any time of the year except the summer season. In hot weather, absolutely avoid this fragrance. But during the fall, winter, spring or even the rainy season, you can definitely consider this fragrance. Since the perfume is not very sweet, you can also rock this fragrance in the formal occasions. However, I would not recommend this as a date fragrance, and the scent profile is certainly on the mature side. If you are someone who likes sweet, youthful, playful fragrances, this is not going to be the right fragrance for you. This is one of those fragrances which I would not say it is unisex. The Asad Elixir definitely leans towards the masculine side, and it is most suitable for formal events. Since this perfume has little bit of freshness, I would say you can rock this fragrance in the daytime or during the evening as well. But I would not recommend you to blind buy this fragrance. Unless you are someone who likes earthy, resinous fragrances, then perhaps you can certainly consider this one. For me, this is little bit difficult to rate versatility of this fragrance. Since this is masculine, but you can wear this fragrance all year round, but I would not say it is suitable for date fragrance. How about a 7 out of 10? Is it okay? Please let me know in the comment section down below. But as far as the performance is concerned, the scoring is a lot more straightforward here. I am getting good projection for the first hour and about 6 to 7 hours of longevity on clothes. So it has decent performance but not the best. I would rate it an 8 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on this new release? Do you find the Asad Elixir to be interesting? Do let me know in the comment section down below. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please hit that like button, and if you are new to the channel and you love watching fragrance related content, please do consider subscribing to the channel as well. So that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.